you up to speed on the latest in sports. I'm Denise Tan. Teams are raring to return to the court with the PVL All-Filipino Conference just around the corner. Here's the story. A bigger and better Premier Volleyball League is all set to return for its season-ending All-Filipino Conference. Two teams are joining the mix, the Galleries Tower High-Risers and X-led Chameleons. More fans will be able to see exciting volleyball action with several out-of-town games in place. PVL will hold games in Batangas, Cagayan de Oro, Iloilo, and Santa Rosa in Laguna.
The main reason is we want to reach out. I just base it on demographics and the number of people watching on those areas. So that's why we want to bring the players closer, the games closer to those venues. So basically, that's the main reason.
New rules will also be implemented for the upcoming conference to shorten the length of games. According to Malonzo, there will only be one technical timeout per set, which will happen after the first team scores its 13th point. Only one coach timeout per set will be allowed. At the same time, there will be 2 video challenges per set. Coaches will also have access to their teams during challenges. Several revisions were also made for the change of courts during sets. Defending All-Filipino champion Creamline Cool Smashers will have to fill in the gap left by star Gia Morado de Guzman. The G amazing setter has taken her talents to Japan and is now playing for the Denso Airy-Bees. With this, the position's duties are left to Kyle Negrito. Team captain Eliza Valdez notes the difference in setting styles by both players.
If you're gonna ask me how different the setting style, so much different from each other. But the system-wise, if we really stick to the system, syempre same din yung kakalabasan and result nun for our team.
Chocomucho highlights the Chocomucho Flying Titans are also carrying their learnings from their VTV Cup in Vietnam last August. The team won the bronze medal against some of the top Asian teams they played against in that tournament. This, according to Captain Bea De Leon, will be the team's advantage heading into the conference.
Everybody played a different style of volleyball, and we had like a day or two to adjust to that. So I think bringing it to the PVL, tactical-wise, it's a huge help for us.
New team Annex-led, meanwhile, is confident they can go toe-to-toe against the best teams in the PVL. Japanese Takoyaki Minowa will bring his national team experience to Next-led as a head coach.
I want to be coaching here, but also I want to learn Filipino culture and how their preparation practice, how they doing a game, like more culture and also food, and more like out of court. I want to learn everything, and then just I share my volleyball knowledge. So we just share another culture.
The PVL All-Filipino Conference kicks off on October 15 with a solid triple-header at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. NX-led takes on the Jerflor Defenders at 3 p.m. Followed by the PLDT High-Speed Hitters versus the Signal HD Spikers at 5 in the afternoon. Creamline and Chocomucho will cap the day off at 7 p.m. Catch those games live on One Sports, One Sports Plus, and Pilipinas Live app. The Philippine Sports Commission eyes a renovation of the iconic Rizal Memorial Sports Complex for better training conditions of Pinoy athletes. PSC Chair Richard Bachman sees the need for an upgrade and for new facilities as well at the RMSC. Bachman had asked for 3.7 billion pesos in funding from both houses of Congress. The PSC chief says new areas will be built to accommodate more training for different sports. Problem is, the PSC only has a budget of 210 million pesos under the proposed national budget for next year. With this, Bachman urges LGUs to also build their own facilities for athletes since new and improved facilities are needed if the country wants to improve as well in competitions. The TNT Tropang Liga dropped its first game against the Chiba Jets at the opening of the East Asia Super League Season 2. The Jets went on a scorching third-quarter rally to run down the Tropang Liga. They were able to build an advantage that proved too much for TNT to overcome. Final score, 93-75. 7 TNT guys were not able to play due to various reasons. These include stars Poy Eram, R.R. Pugoy, Mikey Williams, and Calvin Oftana. Both teams will have a rematch on November 1 here in the Philippines. We're taking a timeout. The game on One News Now will return after a quick break. Stay tuned. You're still watching the game on One News Now. I'm Denise Tan. Thanks for joining us. UP, NU, LaSalle, and Ateneo all racked up wins in the continuation of the UAAP Season 86 men's basketball tournament. Here's the report.
Against Fatty.
UAAP 86 is in full swing with an action-packed quadruple header Wednesday. The UP Fighting Maroons remain undefeated in Season 86 after taking down the FAU Tamaraws in overtime.
Bautista to tie. That's good!
Jorik Bautista drained the game-tying three in regulation to knot the score at 68 all. UP got called for basket interference in the final possession, meaning Lebron Lopez's 2 points were taken away. In overtime, the Maroons maintained solid play and root an 80-76 win. UP now has a 4-0 record, the only unscathed team so far. FAU remains winless in 4 games. The NU Bulldogs thrashed the USD Tigers to keep them winless too. The Bulldogs bench scored more than half of the team's points and badly outscored USD's second unit 47-15. The win gives NU its third win, while USD fell to 0-4 after their 17th straight loss dating back to last season. The De La Salle Green Archers, meanwhile, showed out in the second half against the Adamson Falcons. The Archers unloaded a 23-0 run in the third quarter to turn a 3-point deficit into a 20-point lead. Adamson tried to rally back, but time became a factor. Final 71-58 for La Salle. The Ateneo Blue Eagles grabbed their second win of the season after beating the UE Red Warriors 76-69. The free throw disparity was a glaring difference between both teams. Ateneo had 34 attempts while UE only had 4. Ateneo faces FAU next this Saturday while UE takes on Adamson. Spanish tennis superstar Rafael Nadal is set to play at the Australian Open in January. That's according to tournament director Craig Tiley. This will mark the 37-year-old's return to the sport after undergoing hip surgery earlier this year. The former world number 1 has been out of action since January this year after hurting his hip flexor in a loss at the Australian Open. Nadal has 22 Grand Slams under his belt since turning pro in 2001. BMX freestyle athletes train in front of the Eiffel Tower ahead of the Paris Olympics next year. More in this Reuters video.
I want to be here in, like 10 months' time doing the Olympics. So to visit here first and see that actually the BMX freestyle course is going to have the Eiffel Tower in the background is like pretty crazy.
We were probably one of the hardest sports to qualify because it's only 12 people that can make it in. And it's extremely tight, man. There's not 12 of us, there's hundreds of us.
Get your fill of the latest in sports at onesports.ph. Meantime, the Newsday continues later at 4:30 p.m. I'll see you then. I'm Denise Tan. We are One News.